Alright, good morning. As you heard, I'm Nicol Ogston. Please excuse my extremely English accent. I am 100% Scottish, but you have to admit I do have pretty cool Converse. So taking a moment to check out my shoes there. There's a couple of things I want to do with you just before I properly start with what I'm here to talk about. I'd just like to start by asking how you all are today. Yeah, brilliant. The second thing, I actually need a volunteer. Is anyone willing to come down? Yeah, brilliant. Right, all I need you to do is pull this up. If you watch Top Gear at all, you'll know exactly how this works. It's actually quite simple. What we're going to do is I've got a couple of different topics, and we're just going to categorise them into super cool, semi-cool, and really uncool. So if we start with something like Xbox 360, what do you all think of it? That was a bit pathetic.
It breaks after a week.
Uncool.
I'll go for semi-cool.
Super cool, semi-cool.
PSP.
That beats it.
So we say semi-cool.
Yeah.
Go for something right. Honest opinions here. What do we think of beer?
Super cool. Can't be bothered.
This one probably applies to the girls a bit more. What about Justin Bieber? What about politics?
It gets interesting at some points. 32.
And I'm pretty sure everyone's favourite politician just now, David Cameron.
Uncool.
Yeah, I've had a few people say on the floor yesterday. Just on the floor. Finally, we'll go with Cheryl Cole. Alright, brilliant, thank you very much. Take a seat, give a round of applause as well. The point of that is, it's not just a bit of fun, but you'll actually notice that things such as politics and politicians tend to end up way down the bottom, because really politics is a very dry topic. It's not really that much fun. But today I'm here to talk to you about the Scottish Youth Parliament, which is essentially all about you. And it is vital that you realise how important politics is in your life. Can I get a quick show of hands? How many of you want to go to university or college? Again, from the last couple of days I've been here, I think about 98% of the room always raises their hand. But the reality is that politics will really determine whether you get there or not. What point in your life you'll even get there, whether you'll be able to do it right after school or whether you'll have to wait until you're a lot older. And that is just quite a harsh fact that politicians really decide what happens in your life. Which is why the Scottish Youth Parliament is a body of representatives which is set up just for you. You tell us exactly what to do, and you are the people essentially who tell the politicians. Instead of somewhere like Westminster, where it's all based on a politician setting up his policy and doing exactly what he wants to do, it is based on what you want me to do, or any other candidate. And it is just the same setup as Holyrood down in Edinburgh. We all go there, I think, about 7 times a year, and we discuss different issues that you all brought up to us. And it's clear, again, that it's all about you. That without your participation, without you actually getting involved, and without you voting, the whole thing just kind of grinds to a halt. There wouldn't actually be any candidates, and there wouldn't be really much point in it. Which is why I'm here to kind of say to you, there's an up-and-coming election between the 17th and the 24th of March. You can actually find links on Facebook, and if you type in my name into Google and things like that, it'll direct you, and also get your senior management team to put a few things in the bulletin so you can actually go online and vote for candidates, of which there's 4 for West Aberdeenshire. And it'll be up to you just to make an informed decision on the manifestos they've written and decide which candidate you feel is best for West Aberdeenshire. And it is vital, and I will stress, that you must vote, because it's something that is about you, and it would just be a bit pointless if you didn't actually get involved. And obviously, it's about participation. It's all about you voicing your opinions, and essentially we're just the mouthpiece for you. Your opinions is something that's going to flourish as you get older and as you go through the school. You'll be exposed to a lot of different things. It's all about you having a very good opinion, a very well informed opinion, and actually getting us to bring it to the Scottish Youth Parliament. Now really why I'm here today is because I'm a candidate for the Scottish Youth Parliament, and I'm also kind of here to get to inform you on reasons as to why you should vote for me. Which is, before I kind of say the three things that I'm looking to address, I've kind of emphasised that I'm not doing this because there's three issues that I think should be changed. It's all about you, so I would be stressing that I am doing it in the hope that we could work together and that we could take your points and what you feel really passionate about in West Aberdeenshire and in Aboyne, we could take those to the Scottish Youth Parliament together. The three areas that I'm quite passionate about is peer pressure. Now, it sounds quite simple, but it's one of these things that we're an individual. Everyone's individuals. We are equal, but we all have our own opinions. We have different kind of hairstyles, we have different ways, we have different opinions. And it's vital that we don't let those get overshadowed by other people's opinions, because in a lot of cases you'll actually find that peer pressure leads into worst case scenarios, things such as bullying, and in a lot of cases it can end up in domestic abuse, because I can actually say that 1 in 4 girls sitting in this room will be exposed to domestic abuse at some point in their life. Now with a statistic like that, it sounds quite depressing, but it does kind of claw back to simple things like peer pressure or bullying. The other thing I would be looking to kind of address is misconceptions and stereotypes, which sounds rather fancy, but really something that you'll all have been exposed to at some point. If you're all at a stage of kind of going out on Friday nights and kind of drinking and getting involved in other things, we all at that stage partying, a bit reluctant to say, yeah, we all sort of there know. But obviously, as you're doing those sort of things, you'll find that adults will probably think you're much of a threat. If you're kind of standing in a group and you see an adult that comes across the road or something because they're a bit worried that you're up to no good, or you're going to pull out your knife and kind of stab them or something. But it's a bit unfair when they kind of characterise you into being like that, because I'm pretty sure, well, positive that probably everyone in this room is actually very nice and you're not out to actually go and stab people or anything like that. And finally, I would be looking to deal with lifestyle choices, which is all about you're probably at the age now you'll be looking to take in alcohol, perhaps some of you are smoking, and I'm sure in rare cases, but some of you might even be taking drugs. Now, it's not all about saying that you shouldn't be doing those things, because you're going to do them. It's something I've done as well. I'm sure all my mates have done it as well, and it's nothing new. It's been on the go for a while. But it's all about emphasising to you that it's your choice in life, that you make the decisions, and it's about adults actually trusting you with those decisions. If you want to go out and drink, then it's up to you to do that and to be responsible for yourself. But it's quite key to emphasise that if you are going to do it, we must have a well-informed decision, that you know exactly what you're getting into, so that you don't actually end up getting into something you didn't really want to get into at the start. So obviously that's just a brief overview of why I should implore you to kind of vote for me as a candidate in the up-and-coming election. If you have a look on the website, you can type my name into Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, you'll be able to see some of the other reasons as to why you should vote for me. But also I'd like just again to say, please take the time to vote and don't let the election just pass you by. So I'd finally say, great change for you. Your vote today for a voice tomorrow. Vote for me, Nicol Ogston. Thank you.